Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so today we are going to make sweet and sour meatballs, and I'm going to show you how I do mine, and we're going to have it over rice. So let's get started. Okay guys, so let's get started. Now, I have the rice already made. This is one onion, and we're just going to cut it up. My niece sharpened my knife for me today. My brother had watched one of my videos and had said, "Sis, your knife is dull, you're hurting yourself." So my niece sharpened my knife for me, so it's way easier to cut through and I don't have to struggle or anything. So I'm just going to finish dicing up this onion and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's all cut up, and it was really easy, and thank you, Big Bro, for teaching me that a sharper knife is way better. It's cut up in small little bits, just as finely diced. So we're going to, there's 1 pound and a little, almost a pound and a half of hamburger, and I'm going to put the diced onions into the hamburger because I love flavored meatballs. And then I'm going to rinse my hands. And then what we're going to do is put in, this is about a half a cup of Parmesan, so that's going in with the hamburger. 1 egg, which is going in. I also have breadcrumbs, and I just eyeball it. About 1/4 cup to a half a cup. I have garlic powder. Oh, focus. Onion powder, that's good, and then I have oregano, so that's going in with the meatballs. I do a couple good pinches. So I'm going to mix that all up together. Oh, and some Himalayan salt. So that's going in. Just a little bit, not a lot. And then I'm going to mix it all up, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I have it all combined, and I just use my hands. That's just the way I was brought up. And then you'll get about a palmful for a meatball, and then just gently roll it. And I have a pan. My cast iron pan is heating with a little bit of oil in it, and then I'm just going to put the meatballs in and cook them. So I'm just going to roll them about that size. We're just going to roll them and put them in the pan to cook. Simple and easy. And try to make them roughly the same size of, all of around the same size, so that they can cook at the same speed. I eyeball it and look about the same amount each time. So I'm just going to cook the meatballs until they're totally done, and then I'm going to come back and I'll show you what my next step is for the sauce that I use. Okay guys, the other thing is that the thing with meatballs is I don't roll them around too much. I let them cook a lot on one side so that they're pretty much easy to turn. And I have more to do, if you see right here on this side. But I rather do smaller loads and not overcrowd the pan. And I like to cook them for about 2.5 minutes on each side before I flip them or roll them over. So I find that's easier and they cook more thorough. They cook more thoroughly through. So I just thought I'd give you that little information that I do. Okay guys, welcome back. Okay, so the meatballs are done and I have them sitting on a paper towel just soaking off of the grease to make the grease drip off. Now in the pan, this is what the pan looks like, and a lot of people would be like, oh, that's burnt, just wash it and start over. Well, you do not wash this pan because that's where all the goodness is in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is deglaze this pan with the sauce that I'm going to be using. Now to make the sweet and sour sauce, I use 2 ingredients. One is called Heinz chili ketchup. It's like a little bit spicier than regular ketchup. So that is going in first. And you hear that sound? That's a good sound. So we're going to let this soak a little bit because it's going to deglaze the bottom of the pan and pick up all that goodness. Okay, so what you do is just keep it over medium heat, very low, and you just keep stirring, and you'll see over time that it's going to pick up all these little bits that are on the pan and mix them in with the sauce. Now if you have extra oil from your hamburger, I suggest you drain it off from the pan, and then you won't have so much oil in your sauce. But my hamburger is extra lean ground beef, so it didn't have a lot of oil. So once that starts deglazing the pan, which it's already started and almost done, what I'll do is the second ingredient, which is grape jelly. Let me see if you can see that. Grape jelly. Not grape jam, because jam is too watery. You'll scoop out the jelly into the same sauce. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And with the warm heat, it will melt into a sauce. Now the hamburger made 22 meatballs. So I have 22 meatballs in total. So the grape jelly is now in there, and I'm just going to let that melt together and keep stirring and deglazing the pan, and then I'll be back. Okay, so now that the grape jelly has melted and it's all combined, when I run my spoon along the bottom, I can feel that it's picked up all the bits and pieces. It's very smooth, so therefore there's all the goodness is already mixed in. So it's all mixed up together, and that's how it looks. So what I'll do now is I'm going to put the meatballs back into the sauce, turn it to low, and then let it simmer, and let them all the neighbors become together and become friends. And then in a half an hour, I will serve it over rice. So that's what we'll do. So we're going to put the meatballs back in and let them just sit in there and become one with the sauce, and then it'll be ready in about a half an hour after sitting in there. So that's pretty much it. And I'll just drop the meatballs in and let them sit in the sauce on low. And that's dinner. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye everyone.